Wess. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Okay, so
It's bright and early.
yeah, Wes, I have three things off the top of my head that Wes is going to do when he wakes up.
Well, let me open up the scene a little
Oh,
bit. Let me give you a
Wait,
little...
am I allowed to make commentary? Or
Yes,
should
you are allowed to make
Okay,
commentary.
I didn't know if
for
you just
sure.
wanted me to sit here and
No,
stare
you
at
can
you
definitely
guys.
make commentary. You guys weren't there for Olivia's session, but it went pretty fun. Oh, by the way, we're doing these all separate. I said this in Olivia's part, but I'm also going to preface it. Yeah, we're all separate. I mean...
Except Jesse's in the room.
Yeah,
just
Jesse and
for
Tyler are
recording
here, but
purposes.
Olivia's not listening in, so...
Yep, this is Liam here. Yep, Wing is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Names, characters, businesses, places, and incidents are either products of the Dungeon Master's imagination or used in a fictitious manner. Any resemblances to actual persons, or living or dead, or any actual events are purely coincidental. You might be wondering how we got here.
Could you train me? Could you maybe...
Oh, my young man, you are about to make your first sacrifice to the Temple of Iron to the Goddess of Games.
So it's just you and Michael on this boat. I think it's time we have the talk. If your magic can't be controlled and you're using it more frequently now that you're working for SWAT, I fear that I might destroy you. Wes, you have to promise me that you're going to try harder to control that magic. The advanced stone of far speech, portals, all get shut down, and everybody's like screaming and frantically like going about, and it is due to the work of the Reaper. And you guys are eventually given a mission to go down to the Midwest. You're such an asshole. It's a curse, you know. I can't get rid of it. You see a couple of familiar faces. You see Gretta of the Leaffoot, the gnome druid you guys saw before.
After 3 hours of dubstep, I hit the radio with minor hex.
All these have like are pedestals that have these little hatches open, and you crack it open, and this cloud just kind of pours out of it. Wes, meet Nimbus. Nimbus, meet Wes. So you all settle for the night, kind of relax. Nimbus kind of it's kind of just floating above you, and everybody make me a Constitution saving throw.
6.
Okay. Wes, you're especially groggy because you spent the night on the forest floor. But Wes and Julie, you're not in Kansas City anymore. Wes, you feel wet.
Oh, okay. That's always a good start.
You
Where?
all over. You think you might have wet the bed at first. When you come to, you're like, oh, not again. But then you feel like a rustle,
Damn
and
you
are
wild magic.
wild magic makes you wet the bed. But you wake up and you are in a forest, on the forest floor, grassy, fresh dew, grass all around you, towering trees above you. What do you do?
The first thing I do is I reach for my stuff. Is my stuff there?
Your
My
stuff
staff,
is there.
My stuff. Good. Okay.
Your
my
staff,
is there.
and
I thought once again
make a
you were
perception
gonna
check for me.
Okay. 7.
Never mind. Yeah, your stuff's there.
Well, I just wanted to make sure because last time our stuff
Someone-
wasn't there.
No, yeah,
So-
no.
What you didn't notice was someone drew mustaches all over your stuff.
Yeah, you actually wake up and you have a...
Cash. Actually, no. If maybe it was Julie getting payback
There
for
you
the
go. You don't know.
Maybe.
Red Sox game.
Yeah. What
yeah.
do you do?
No. So the next thing he's gonna do is like a solid look around, like where
Make
am
a...
I?
I'm trying to think here. Make a nature check. That's gonna be... Yeah. You, as far as you know, you're in a forest.
18.
18? Okay, yeah. You kind of look around a little bit. You notice that you kind of take a second to actually like examine the flora and fauna of the area, kind of looking around, and it's definitely irregular, and you kind of put together that you are not on Gaia and you are definitely in Phaeton.
Yeah, that's the other thing I was going to say is when I was looking around, I wanted to make like he's looking for, illusory terrain. He's looking for,
Make a wisdom save?
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, I figured that last roll was like the where am I? What magic has happened?
Okay, if you don't want to know specifically what magic, make an Arcana check.
Yeah, I'll also make an Arcana check on top of knowing that I'm in Phaeton. Nat 20.
Okay, yeah. You, as soon as you wake up, actually, before you do you're looking around like nature, you see a cloud of green dust kind of just floating above you, and it's slowly dissipating. And you kind of put together that you were teleported to Phaeton. You're not entirely sure how, but magic was involved in you.
No, but what
being
magic?
Here.
What school?
Oh, conjuration.
Conjuration. Okay.
That's I think all teleportation's conjuration.
There's a couple weird stuff. Blink is transmutation.
That's plain sliding, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm just in a forest.
You are in a forest. You kind of get up a little bit, and you actually see, after you get up, you see Nimbus. He was...
Wes looks down at Nimbus and goes, "You seeing this shit?"
He kind of looks at you and then kind of darts off for a little bit, and comes back to you and kind of gives you a nod. And then you also see Gretta. Gretta is also with you.
I know Gretta?
Yes, Gretta is the druidic gnome that is part of the strike team that came with you guys.
That's right. I should have written their names down. I have them in here somewhere. I have in my West notes. I need to start writing stuff down. Really, it's really bad, especially considering we're the investigation team.
Yeah, maybe.
Gretta, have I had? I don't think I've had any interactions with her.
You tested with her in the initiation.
Oh.
She helped you fight Michael in the initiation. But other than that, no. You haven't really had any major... I mean, maybe seen her around the office, but she's strike, so she's mainly on the ground in the weeds.
Do I know... Wait, is she... Do I know what her... What class... Like, I don't want to say what class she is, but, what class is she?
You have seen her wield a lot of plant life. She is a druid.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
She's a druid.
Yes.
There's a couple classes where it's like... That's just the name of their character. That's just the name of what they are. And then there's some where it's like you wouldn't call them that. Yeah. And so I was just curious.
No,
I just want to know the capabilities. Is she awake?
Yeah, she is actually. Was up before you and has been surveying the scene. And she goes, "This isn't good."
No shit, Sherlock.
Oh my god, that was literally my response.
She goes, "This is really bad." She pulls out her phone of far speech and goes,
"You can put it away. We're in Phaeton. This isn't gonna. I don't know if I hate to burst your bubble, but we're not."
Yeah, I'm seeing if anybody was maybe around. I have no idea where we are. Yeah, she's kind of just she pulls out the phone of far speech and all she gets is static. She's like, "Well, shit."
Did you feel anything? I just woke up here. Did you... Was it the same?
I woke up here too. Saw a little puff of green dust. I have no idea what that's about. You have any clues? Anything? I also just
it was magic. It was conjuration magic, of a kind that I cannot do. So.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. She's a dwarf, you said?
She's a gnome.
A gnome. Oh,
gnome,
very
yes,
good.
Very small.
Very good.
Very small woman.
I enjoy that. Would her DC to ride Nimbus be a lot smaller?
Maybe.
Because she's short. I don't know. Anyway, this is not a big deal.
She goes, well, obviously we need to get out of here and find the closest civilization. Lord knows where we are, though. She kind of
Okay, so here's what I want to know. This is more kind of backstory stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've talked about that I've done trips into Phaeton. Would I know more about Phaeton than the average bear?
More than the average bear, but probably not a Phaetonian themselves.
Well, obviously not a Phaetonian, but more than could I imply that I would know more than Gretta?
No.
Okay.
because Gretta is from Phaeton.
Oh, right, she's a gnome.
She's a gnome.
That's right.
Yes.
Okay. So I was gonna say, yeah, no. Okay, never mind. Then
Okay.
I was going to have a whole thing. So he goes. So I look around and goes, lead the way, I guess.
All right, give me a second. I need to. And then she kind of walks over and you see her doing a spell, and she kind of does it, and then she walks over to a tree, and kind of just has a little conversation with it. You see her talking in this long, like it almost sounds like creaks and winds of as if there was like a windstorm blowing through.
That's not an accent Wes can imitate.
No, not in the slightest. Roll a perception check for me.
6.
All right, yeah, nothing happens. So she's she finishes her conversation and goes, it's not possible. It's not possible. Let's just go. That tree was just delusional.
You want to fill me in?
It's gonna sound ridiculous. There's no way it makes sense. There's no way. The
that
tree,
doesn't mean oh, go ahead. Sorry.
The tree said that we were in Ozland. Ozland was lost nearly a century ago. It simply doesn't exist anymore.
Do you mean Aussie land? Like, oi, like...
I mean, it's the counterpart to us. It was the counterpart to Australia, and then it sunk into... and then it sunk deep into Phaeton because of Bomb, which is why the rules on,
That's
humans coming to Phaeton got stricter.
Ozone over Australia.
Yeah. I mean, make a history check.
Me?
Yeah, make a history check. You might be able to know a little bit about this.
That's a natural one.
Okay, no. Yeah,
No.
She's speaking
This
French
is
to
like
you.
is
this
this
is
some,
more
like,
during this class.
Phaeton culture, but you might have learned this.
Is
but
this some like deep lore type?
This is more
like before humans roamed the earth. Like
it's more like we have stories of
let's do this in character. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Is this like how long ago is this? Like,
I mean,
before or after Atlantis?
After Atlantis,
Cool.
before 9/11 for sure.
You guys don't really have a good grasp on time here, do you?
I mean, you humans live such short, brief lives. It's hard to gauge your reality.
Hang on, don't gnomes live a normal length?
No, they live about 300, 400 years.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah.
She goes, the point being, Oz was when Baum, your human author, wrote about
Wait,
Oz.
hold on. Wait, are you L. Frank Baum?
The one, I don't remember his full name.
Like, oh my God. What fucking movie am I gonna be in next? So you mean Oz, like follow the yellow brick road?
Well, it was nothing. I mean, it was somewhat like that. All right, this is getting out of hand.
It's getting offensive.
Honestly, this is too much. When Baum came to Oz, he wrote about it and published it, and it got way out of hand, and SWAT couldn't control it, and it sent Oz into a spiral and pushed it way towards the Outlands, and it was lost forever. This can't be Oz.
Well, okay.
She like is storming
It very
off.
well could be Oz. My best guess is that there's an Outlander involved already.
She kind of sighs and she goes,
I've been working on a theory that that maybe the Reaper. We've run in my group has run into scenarios where a scenario where someone was possessed by an Outlander. I'm thinking the Reaper is possibly possessed by an Outlander, and they've maybe sent us here to Oz. Maybe I think the small chance we're in the Outlands, but
I mean the sheer power it would take to transfer us from Gaia, from Gaia, Wes.
Almost like it
That's
was
like-
an Outlander.
That's like jumping from New York to LA.
All right. We're not going to get anywhere just arguing about this. We need to move.
Okay. Make a dexterity check. A dexterity saving throw.
Saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
10.
All right. You feel as you're like, we're not getting anywhere. You feel sticky, ooey gooey web cover your back, and you are pinned to the ground. And coming from the trees, you see 2 very, very, very big spiders.
We love fighting spiders.
As you get pinned to the ground, Greta kind of turns with a start, and one of the spiders tries to take a bite out of her.
It's a big spider.
Did she roll low on perception as well?
Yep.
Oh, I thought she was rolling to see if she'd keep arguing.
No. This was a perception check, and the spiders got a drop on you. +5, so that is her AC is. I forgot to write that down. All right, yeah, and the spider takes a big old bite out of her.
Fuck.
Kind
now
of
she's
grabbing her
dead.
and throwing her. And let's see if she passes that. She does. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, she takes a bite out of her, and you see like this glow. This where the bite happened. There's like this green pulse, but she kind of steals herself for a minute and beats it off. But she does take that biting damage. Where the fuck? I don't know what's happening. Okay. Oofa doofa. Yeah, that bite actually like tore a pretty sizable gash in her arm.
Oh, good.
Yep. Let's roll initiative.
Good times.
Oh my god. Well, this is gonna be rough for you guys.
Especially since I rolled an 8.
Yeah. All right. First up is the 2 spiders. Who they got their surprise round done, but they're gonna come at you again. The other spider, now that it has you pinned to the ground, is gonna attack you, try to bite you with advantage. That is a 11 versus AC, or a 21 with it versus AC. So I'm assuming that's it.
The 21 hits, yes.
Yeah. So you're gonna take a little bit of damage. Oh, you only take 4 points of damage.
Oh,
But make
my
a Constitution saving throw for
Oh.
me.
Hang on 1 second. And I need to find a pencil.
Oh, you don't have a pencil. You're so unprepared.
Suck my dick. There it is. Okay.
Well, before you make a change, go ahead and make that Constitution saving throw for me.
Oh yeah, that's right. 14.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
17.
Yeah,
So,
you
okay.
push it off of it.
Cool. Down to 17 hit
All right.
points.
Oh, Fadofa boy.
I'm a fucking sorcerer. You're
a squishy boy.
You always act like you. Whenever I tell you how bad I'm
You should have
hurt,
at least bought some healing beans.
I have one.
Okay, that's fine.
I have one.
Well, maybe might have bought more. It's fine. Listen, up next is Greta. Greta kind of gets up, kind of dusts off her thing, and you see like the sky kind of get dark for a second, and let's see, what is it is a Constitution saving throw. So you see the sky kind of get dark for a second, and as it gets dark, this bright light comes at the one that comes down from this darkness at the one that bit her, and you see the spider. It slams the spider down, but the spider kind of brushes it off. Still takes. What's half of 11 rounded up is 6.
6.
The spider still takes 6 points of damage. And it doesn't like it for sure. But it still looks pretty fine. As it's slammed to the ground by a moonbeam. Next up is you. What do you do? You got a spider right next to you that's kind of biting you. You're pinned to the ground by these webs. And
All right, so I'm gonna try and break out of the webs.
okay, make a strength check.
7.
No, you are still stuck in the ground.
All right, then I'm gonna. Is that my?
That
action?
is your action. You can use a bonus action if you have anything you want to use for your bonus action. No?
No.
You have Quicken Spell.
Yes, but also I have to like. it's kind of too late.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like I can use this. That's the thing. All of my spells are kind of I can't like pinned to the ground. I can't really cast them.
Ah, yes.
Shield I could probably pull up, but
could,
like
you could. It would just have disadvantage if it's the spell attack.
yeah,
That's the only thing.
Mhm.
All right, so you're just gonna stick there, prep anything? No. Okay.
I can't prep anything if I've already used my action.
Yeah, that's fair. Next up are the two spiders. The first spider is going to that's on Greta is going to like shake off the moonbeam here. Is it a concentration spell? I believe it is. Yes. So it's going to step out of the way of the moonbeam and lunge at Greta. And it misses.
That's good.
It's bite attack. Greta kind of jumps out of the way, and the spider lands exactly where Greta was. The other spider is going to again try to feast on you a little bit. 15 versus AC.
I'm going to use shield, so no.
Okay. Roll that D10 or no D12 now. You upgraded, baby. Less chaotic.
2. So
okay. Oh, that
was actually
risky.
2 is actually next to 1 on a D12. So.
You better be careful. The spider kind of jumps and tries to get another bite in you, but it doesn't find purchase on your magically imbued skin. Actually, like the fangs are like at your skin, and you can kind of feel the little sizzle of the poison, but it doesn't make it into you. Next up is Greta, who is she reaches out with both of her hands and claps them together, doing a thunder wave. You see the dark kind of cloud that was creating this moonbeam dissipates. And the spider has to make another Constitution saving throw, and fails summarily, and it gets blasted back, and takes 10 points of damage. Oofa doofa, as it gets blasted back 15 feet, actually into a tree. This spider is starting to look really rough. You see some green ichor coming from its mouth, kind of dribbling out.
That's the one far away from me, yes?
Yes, it got blasted into a tree. Yeah.
I believe the spider has a health comparable
25.
to yours.
Oh, good.
Actually, I would say better. But
I mean, it is a giant spider. It makes sense that it's more capable than just like
Wes, it's your turn.
guy.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, so there's a spider. How far is the far spider?
The far spider is about 20 feet away from you. The next one is right next. It's still on top of you.
All right, I'm gonna quicken spell and cast chromatic orb at the far spider.
Okay. Make the attack with disadvantage because you are grappled.
Oh, I changed my mind. I'm gonna try and get out of my. I forgot that I was grappled. I'm gonna try and ungrapple myself.
Okay. You're going to try to break out of it.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah. You. After doing that, you kind of flex and rip some of this spider. It's actually a lot stronger than you thought it would. Than it was, but you managed to pull it off as this thing's kind of staring at you. You have your bonus action still.
And movement, right?
And movement,
or did
yes.
that use my movement?
That does not use movement. No, that was just your action.
It's prone.
You
when
are
you
prone.
Use half of movement.
Yeah, you are prone. So
I have
to get
half
up,
my movement.
Yes,
okay.
to get up, you will have to use half of movement.
In which case, I'm going to slide over toward Greta. Move.
Okay.
Move whatever the 15 feet is that I have left toward Greta, and then
the
my
spider
turn.
will get an opportunity attack on you.
Oh, I didn't then know.
You're right. Yeah, if you're in melee range, it's always going to get opportunity attack. I'll forgive you this time, but I'm going to be a little bit harsher. If you say something, then you're going to.
I didn't know it was right next to me. This is kind of hard. With a bonus action, I'll still. It's a ranged spell attack, so I'm not going to hit the one closer to me. I'm going to use a ranged spell attack, and you bone it. Quicken spell, chromatic orb at the far one.
Okay. So mark off those sorcerer points and that spell slot, and make that ranged attack, baby.
That's a 13.
13 versus their AC. I cannot find their AC. Unfortunately, that misses. It actually, you see it kind of streak off, but it kind of ducks at the last second, and it streaks against the tree. What chromatic orb was it?
Fire.
Fire? Yeah, it lights the tree ablaze.
Good job.
Yeah, good times.
Arya's not happy with you.
Neither is Greta, a druid.
Okay. Yeah, it lights the tree ablaze.
I mean, regardless what I was gonna fuck up that tree.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up, go ahead and roll that D12 again.
Oh, yeah.
burning these first level spell
4.
slots. Okay, yeah, you're fine. Up next is the spiders. So the one that is kind of back against the tree is gonna scurry up against Greta again and try to again take another bite. Actually trying to jump on top of her and bite her. Again, Greta is very small and very quick and easily slips out of the way of this kind of lumbersome spider's grasp. The spider right next to you is also going to try to actually. Let me see. Yeah, doesn't get its web spray back, and instead is going to try to bite you again. And it also summarily misses. That die is going away.
You should keep using it, actually.
keep using it.
Yeah, please.
It tries to, you know what, I haven't charged it. This is my glow-in-the-dark orb, or my glow-in-the-dark die, and I haven't charged it yet, so that's why it's sucky. It tries to bite you, and it can't find purchase on you. You manage to slide to the left of it.
It's glow in the dark for all the times we play D&D with the lights off.
Yes, every single time.
We'll use it for Maid RPG.
Oh, good. Okay.
Up next
boy.
is Greta. Greta is going to reach out with one arm and just whip out a vine.
Good times.
That is plus. Yep, that hits. And that does only this much damage. Actually, it'll do 2 of these because still not a lot. You see it streak across the spider's face and actually gouges out one of the eyes, but otherwise it doesn't.
Okay.
I mean, it has 8 eyes. It
Oh.
just did 1.
You know
so.
what? You're right.
But I mean, the spider is looking pretty rough. Your spider, on the other hand,
Is untouched.
untouched and looking right as rain. Next up is your turn. What do you do?
I'm going to pick up my staff, which I assume is just still sitting on the ground.
Yep.
And I'm going to swing it like a baseball bat at the spider that's
Okay,
right next
make
to
a
me.
melee attack.
Oh, with booming blade.
Yes.
Cantrip, obviously.
Melee is with your strength.
21.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. You whack it against the head. It's, I believe, a D8.
The quarterstaff?
I believe it's a full staff.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, D8?
Yes, 1
Okay,
D8.
D8 damage.
D8 plus your strength.
0. So.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's then it'll be 2d8 because booming blade gives me a d8.
D8 on top of it, yes.
That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
3 for 10 damage. Also, it has that ring of thunder damage sort of shimmering around it. So if it moves, it'll take another d8.
Okay. Not a constitution? It's not a constitution saving
Nope.
throw?
If I hit it, then it does it.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, hang on. At 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target, and the damage the target takes from moving increases to 2d8. So 2d8 if it moves.
Oh, okay. So it can't move. Okay. Or it feels
Yeah,
like
if it doesn't, it feels it. Like, it knows it's there.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
it decides to move, it'll take
Okay.
2d8. So it could just sit there.
Okay. You stay there
Until, I think it's
until your end of your next
and
turn. Or it's
it
next.
immediately takes until the start of my next turn.
Okay, so it goes all the way around.
Yeah.
That's all you do?
Yes.
Okay. Next up are the spiders. You're still in melee range of it, so it still can bite you.
That's a movement, so it'll take that 2d8
No,
damage.
it's not movement. It actually has 5-foot reach. Is the thing, and you are in that 5-foot range.
Shit. Yeah,
So,
I gotta
yeah.
think about using movement, like
Yeah.
backing up just like 5 feet.
So it's
I'm a dumbass.
gonna
so,
take
yeah, feel free.
good, nice little.
I've never played D&D with having to worry about that type of thing.
Having to be like,
12?
I'm in range of my own attack here.
12 versus AC? No. Okay, yeah. Still can't get you. It's trying, but it can't.
It's just a little slow.
let me
It's
see if
fine.
it,
It's a little slow spider.
No, doesn't get its web back. The other one, you see its little spider butthole kind of.
Huh?
The other one,
Yeah?
it kind of clenches a little bit and it shoots out the web at Greta, trying to pin her down since it can't really catch her. And it does. You see her pinned down to the ground. But that's the end of that spider's action. Next up is Greta's turn. Greta's going to try to break it. And does. She rips off the... This is a very strong gnome, apparently. Very capable gnome. rips off the.
She knows about nature, man. She knows exactly where to pull apart a spider. She knows how to pull apart a spider.
Yeah, she can rip apart a spider. Apparently, yeah, she manages to pull off the spider website. Another one. Next. Yeah, but that's her action. And now it's your turn.
I'm gonna swing again with Booming Blade at the short range. She's clearly got the other spider under control. So.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that spider did move up to.
Well, that is a 5, so I did in fact miss.
Yeah, so you whiff as the.
And then I back up.
That will be an opportunity attack.
He can't take
You are in melee range of it, and if you move out of melee range of it, it does get an opportunity attack. That's how opportunity attacks work. I know this is all kind of new. We haven't really messed with this a ton.
I've never played this.
But yes, if you are in melee range of something and you are in its melee range,
listened to it like this. It's just I'm not wired to think of it this way.
So if you want to move out of it, this will be an opportunity attack. Otherwise, you will have to stay here.
Yeah, I mean it'll just move within range to attack me anyway, so I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. You hunker down. Up next are the spiders. Again, this one, the first spider that's by Gretta, is gonna just try to take an. Well, actually, let me see. Well, actually, that's at the end of its turn, so it's gonna try to bite her, and fails. Man, these spiders are rolling rough. It might just be the spider's fault. And it does not get its web back. So, the other spider is going to try to bite you as well. 10 versus AC.
Nope.
Jeez Louise. Let's see if it gets its webs back. Nope. Jeez Louise, these spiders are butt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah. Greta's turn. She kind of realizing the kind of situation she's in. She's gonna take an opportunity attack and run over to you.
How is this an opportunity attack?
She's running away from her.
She's running away from her spider.
So the spider would attack her,
yeah.
Right? Yeah, okay. Oh, okay.
She is getting an opportunity attack taken on her, I should say. The spider completely misses as she slides. Does like
as she knew it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm not afraid anymore.
And she runs up to you, touches you, and you feel kind of like as if you kind of drink a Sprite, kind of like a bubbly sensation in you, and she casts Protect from Poison on you, so that way you can't die.
I mean, I could still die.
Well, you can't.
It's not from poison, probably.
Let me tell you, this thing's poison's pretty rough. Your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I think the only way that I'm going to be able to get out of melee range without an opportunity attack is to keep beating it over the head with Booming Blade.
I mean, you do have Blink, which is designed specifically to get you out of melee range.
It's the first battle of this arc.
Fine,
I'm saving spells.
But hey, listen.
You know, I beefed it last time. I had 0 spells for the BBG
Good
last
call.
time.
This is going to be a little bit of a marathon.
14.
14, that just barely hits. You just barely catch it on the side of one of its legs.
8. 16 points of damage, and then I move out of range.
All right, yeah. You smack it, and it does a boom. And yeah, you see
that
it shaking
shimmer,
it.
yeah, it's
and you
still
actually
there.
see two like it hit one of the legs, and you swing harder, and it swings through the other leg, breaking off 2 of its legs, and actually hitting its main belly.
Yeah, and I slide away from it.
And you slide away from it.
I'm gonna say maybe
you still get an opportunity attack. I want you to know that.
It's still
you are in melee range, and you're moving out of melee range.
Yeah.
Okay, just to let you know. That is a 17. Versus AC.
Yeah, I'll let it hit.
Okay.
I could shield it, but I'll save the spell slot.
You take 6 points of damage, and I'm gonna need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I not have advantage for the poison shit?
Oh yes, I believe you're immune to poison. Yes. Good goal.
No
Gretta?
Constitution saving throw.
How'd that happen?
There you go.
Yeah. Wait 1 second. If more than poison for the duration of the charge. No, you have advantage. Sorry. So go ahead and make the check, but you have advantage on it.
Constitution.
Yes.
Well, that's a natural 1.
Oh, that's good.
And that's a 2. 5.
All
right, you do take poison damage, but you are resistant to poison damage, so you actually take half damage.
Half damage, yeah.
So, this isn't bad at all. Could have been better, but it's not as bad. 5 points of poison damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
As it
does me not moving out of range mean it has to move to hit me as an opportunity attack? Is that not how that works?
No.
Okay.
It sees you moving away. You kind of let your guard down, and it gets at your back. It's like instincts kind of get at you.
How much? 5 more damage?
5 points of poisoning damage, but you are no longer continually poisoned because it neutralizes it instantly. So you just take that initial
poison, yeah.
Up next are the spiders. Greta is still in range. Greta kind of ran up to you, gave you a buff, and then you kind of dipped on her. How far back did you go?
Just like 10 or 15 feet. Just like I wanted to, my instinct was slide back a little bit and entice it into the
movement.
Into the movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You slide back, and Greta kind of gives you a look. Not sure what you're doing. And the spider is going to try to bite at her.
Fuck. Greta, you
and
dumb
misses.
Greta, you moron.
She helped you. I don't know. You're rude.
Yeah, I know.
And it's the other spider moves up to biting range of Greta, and also tries to get a little snack in, and does. Greta takes 7 points of damage.
Also,
not looking terrible, but looking pretty rough.
So if I'm outside of melee range, I can use
you can
ranged spell attacks.
Yes, and she has to make a Constitution saving throw, and fails it. So she takes an additional.
Does she not have the poison save for herself?
No, she only gave it to you.
Fuck.
And oh boy, this math. That she takes the bite, and at first she kind of looks fine. It does another gash, this time in her shoulder. But then you see that green pulse kind of beat down on her, and she shivers really hard. And you see her actually go down on one knee, as these two spiders are now right next to each other, bearing down on her. Let me see if the spiders get their webbing back. One of them does. You see the other one's little apparatus twitch a couple times, showing that it has its spider web back. Next up is Greta. You feel that. Oh, it's not concentration, is it? Okay. Never mind. She also does the same thing to herself. She kind of touches herself and takes a breath, and then also you see her hands kind of glow. And she clenches them really hard, and she heals herself. Where the hell is my D4? There we are. And she heals herself for... Oh, look at that! She heals herself for 10 points of health. So she's looking a little bit better after that devastating attack. Wes, your turn. What do you do?
You know, it really sucks that Quicken Spell doesn't work with... you can't quicken a cantrip. That's...
have the drawbacks, has the pluses.
Yes, it does indeed. How bad do both the spiders look? Like, which one looks worse?
The one you hit looks really bad. It's missing 2 of its legs, and it's also shaking really badly. The other one looks still pretty bad. It's missing a couple of its eyes at this point.
Which one's closest to Greta?
They're both right next to her.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm quickening spell to cast Chromatic Orb at the one closest to her.
Okay.
So I'll roll for
Make
that.
that ranged attack.
That's 16.
That hits. Yep. Roll damage.
Or fire damage.
Fire. Okay.
I've chosen.
Cool.
That's 2, 6. Fucking 9 points of damage.
The one
closest
would you say
to
the
her.
one on the left or the right? Oh, the one that bit her, yeah?
Yeah, the less bad looking one.
You send your chromatic orb flying at it, darting towards it, and it just lights up in a bout of flame and just falls over to the side.
And then I'm casting Frostbite as my action on the worst looking one that I've been beating up on.
And that's a Constitution save?
Yes.
Oh, 4?
Nope.
Roll that damage.
It's 2d6 now. 2, 3, 5 points of damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Well, good thing it doesn't really get an
Oh, because it dies.
It freezes
Good.
up.
I'm glad I fucking murked those spiders.
Just stays.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead and roll that d12 for me, though.
Oh, that's right, yeah. You're just
yep,
so
that's
excited to mess with me.
Listen, it's just all fun and games.
Until I die, until I cast Fireball centered on myself.
And die
because I have
summarily.
6 hit points left.
Yes. You guys are out of initiative. Make another perception check for me.
5.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's not good. Yeah, nothing seems to happen. You guys take a second to kind of relief of tension. She kind of walks over to you. She's, are you okay? Thanks for taking those guys out. Here, let me help
Wess
you out.
vomits.
Oh, okay.
He has 6 hit points left. He's almost dead.
She kind of puts hands on you, and you get healed for 11 points of damage.
Oh, good.
She cures wounds on you.
Good. Oh, good. Now I just have some scrapes and bruises.
Yes, that is it for that. She goes, what the hell? And then you hear a loud lion.
Well, I was waiting for, this day has been just so excellent that, it makes sense. This is how it should go,
Hello, this is your DM here. DM obviously stands for Double Mubble. If you're getting a sense of deja vu, it's because I literally did the same intro 2 days ago. Obviously, since this is just coming out right after the previous episode, not a lot has changed. Just want to tell you that we're back on track every Monday. And to tweet about the show using the hashtag YMBW, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at YMBW Podcast. That's it. Not going to hold you long. Get back into this episode, huh?
Yes, you see bounding out of the leaves kind of surrounding you guys, 2 humanoid looking, but they are humans.
Like cats from the movie Cats.
No,
Do they look like
God
the cats
no,
from the
God
movie
no,
Cats?
hell no. Hey, Tyler, fuck no, no. They are humanoid looking. They are on 2 feet. But they have these lion heads. Mm-hmm. And these long, luscious manes, and one of them has a crossbow, kind of as they walk out of the brush, kind of pointed at you, and the other one has like this long like spear, and it's kind of trained on Gretta, and the first lion kind of addresses you with these like rough like roar grunts. What do you do?
Do you speak a de English?
The other one kind of looks at you for a second, kind of quizzically, and then goes, yeah, we do. That was definitely racist a little bit there, bud.
Against Italians? That's like an Italian joke.
Listen, Italians are people too. Anyway,
my last name is Carcara.
And the other one, the other one that has the crossbow kind of looks like
Wes
female.
says that. He's like, he says against Italians. That was
he goes, the other one kind of looks female, has a crossbow bolt trained on you. Goes, yes, we, of course we speak English. We're lion folk.
Yes, as we all know, all lion folks speak English.
Greta kind of puts her hands up. She goes, I'm sorry. We're just passing through. We're just lost.
It's entirely an accident that we are here. We will get out of your hair as soon as you can point us to the nearest portal back to Gaia.
And the big lion, the guy, kind of looks at you for a second and kind of gives out a Gaia? You're trying to get to Gaia? Well, I'll tell you when we can get back to anywhere outside of this damn bubble, kid. But for now, you're stuck. So, good luck. Anyway, you're coming with us. You're going to see the king because you're in our territory and then he kind of looks at you. He stops in the middle of his sentence. He hasn't like taken on your full presence because he's been trained on Greta this whole time,
mm-hmm.
and looks at you and he goes, "What the fuck? A human?" And
yeah, dickhead.
And you see the female lioness kind of look at at the male lion and go, "Yeah, this isn't good." And you see the male lion also train his spear on you. What do you do?
Point a finger gun at him.
Okay. They are not intimidated at you, and you think if they were, that crossbolt might have flown. But for now, you're fine.
He lets it go. Goes, look.
Yeah,
that
the
was
male
a bit.
lion kind of
That was a bit. Do you guys
roars
have?
at you.
Do you guys have like improv here? Not important. Look. This is an accident. We're here. We are investigating a potential outlander on Gaia, and we woke up here. So let's all calm the fuck down.
He goes, "Outlander? How do I know you're not an outlander?"
Can
We
I
haven't
roll
had humans
persuasion?
here, and yeah, go ahead.
17 plus 7, 24.
Okay. He goes, "Wait, what are you saying?"
What I just said,
Yeah, okay.
that was like kind of meant to be like a persuasion.
he
Let's all
says-
calm down. Let's lower the crossbows. I pull out, yeah.
Yeah.
Could I even maybe pull out my SWAT badge and be like, hey?
The
we're-
moment you go for your waist, the
good.
female kind of points it at you and says,
We're from SWAT. Take it easy, my God.
"SWAT? How?"
I
First
look
of all,
at
how
Gretta.
did you,
How
how
long
did you
have
get
they?
in here?
How long have they been out of it? Have they been out of the loop?
Greta kind of looks and says, "I mean, they've been
Pre-SWAT. Does this mean anything? Am I?
I mean, no. SWAT is an ancient organization. I mean, it wasn't
Called-
as publicly known until the end of World War II.
Oh, good.
But-
That's
So
excellent.
I mean, it's possible
I
that
should
these
have
guys
known
don't
that.
know. She kind of looks at you guys and she says, "Fine, we'll just
we'll come with you.
we'll
It's
just go to
fine.
your- go to
Hands
your
up."
king." Yeah. So they walk over to you and kind of the female kind of jabs at you with the crossbow kind of trained at your back, and she says, "Walk." And the male lion does the same thing for Greta, although he has to like hold it underneath, so it's kind of awkward looking. But otherwise, that's it. Nothing really happens. You don't really get attacked on your way there. You get taken to this kind of alcove kind of thing, and the male lion says, no funny moves here. We gotta make sure that this gets opened for us." He kind of roars this guttural roar, and you see now this other lion that was kind of hiding in the bushes kind of pops out and grunts back to him, and you see him kind of tap twice with the spear, and the ground actually lifts up, and underneath you see this like huge cave, and you guys get taken down into it.
Dope.
Do you say anything?
I say dope.
Okay.
They don't know what that means. They haven't been on Earth since the late 1800s.
Yeah. So you guys get taken down. You guys go down this deep cavern. You walk for about, I would say, 20 minutes, and eventually you actually start sloping up. And as you do, you actually come out to this clearing, and it's like this oasis in the middle of this forest. You see like a giant pool with like a lot of different pumps coming out of it. You see different folks in like a marketplace area.
Are they all lion people?
They are all lion people. Not all lion people, but there's a good. I mean, there's also a couple of. You see like a couple fairies floating by. You see a couple dwarves actually. They don't
like
look
dwarves?
They don't look specific. They don't look like the dwarves you've seen. They look.
Do they
a
look
little
like
different.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road?
No. They are slighter for sure. They are less heavy, but they they still have their long beards and kind of gruff looks to them. But they're a little bit skinnier.
Good. I'm glad we're in the Mad Max post-apocalypse version of the Wizard of Oz.
Well, maybe not. You get taken into this big kind of hut-looking thing, and as you do, you walk up this long flight of stairs, and as you are, like, a couple people kind of glance around and then look at you and start like talking to themselves, kind of hushed voices, as you're like paraded through this town, and you are taken up the stairs and pushed down onto your knees by the female, and Greta is the same by the male. and you see this big throne in front of you, and on this throne is this large lion man. He's very old. He looks like very old, but otherwise he is addressing you, and he goes, well, what do we have here? A couple of outsiders. He looks at the female.
God, I have so many good cat puns, but Wes wouldn't say them. He's a dick, but he's not a
The female.
Why didn't he say, "Look what the cat dragged in"? That's all I was. That's all I wanted him to say.
I think cat puns are probably a little bit under.
Yeah, I figured. Sorry, I had to cut in because I needed to say that, but Wes wouldn't say that because he's the type of person who, when he knows he's in a bad situation, is gonna like. Just know he's thinking that.
He kind of looks at the female lion and goes, Did you search them for weapons? And the female kind of you've been carrying your staff this whole time, and the female goes, they wouldn't have been a threat to us. And then the old male lion kind of shakes his head and goes, young cub, you still have so much to learn. And she kicks the female lion, kind of takes his and kicks the staff out of your hand.
Wes holds his hands out. You're taking our weapons. I hold my hands out.
At this,
this is a running bit.
Yeah, the old man lion kind of laughs and goes, ah, very funny, small man. So
how big is he?
He's about 8 feet tall.
Okay, cool.
He's a big boy. He looks very old, very sinewy. Do you know about lion people? Make a history check.
Are they only in Oz?
No.
Then yeah, that's a history check. Because I did roll a 1. God damn it!
What happened?
Show. I don't think you want to know.
Did she show the Final Fantasy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
History?
Yeah, roll with disadvantage though, because this is like some deep lore. You might not know.
14.
That. Okay. Yeah, you've heard of lion people. You can tell that this one's like up there in age, but that's as far as you can tell.
Yeah, I don't know like a lot about him. I'm sure.
He goes.
If I've never ran into him, then.
Yeah. He kind of goes, very, very funny, kid. I can tell you're of some kind of spell casting sort, but don't worry, we could easily take care of you here. Oh. Actually, that's not far from what he looks like.
I'm looking at the King and Nino Cooney too.
Oh, good.
He goes, we could easily take care of you, so no funny business here. He kind of sits there and ponders a little bit. And Greta actually stands up and says, Your Highness, we are from faraway lands. Is this... Please, tell me, is this Ozland? And the old lion kind of looks somber and he goes, what remains of it? Yes. This is, well, he kind of puts both of his hands up and goes, welcome to Oz. And he, Greta does a deep bow and then gets back on her knees. And the lion goes, so what is fate doing bringing another human here? And the female lion goes, we don't even know if they're human, sire. For all we know, they could be one of those outlanders that have been sneaking in. I say we trial them. We put them on trial. We figure out if they are who they say they are. And the male lion kind of laughs again. The old lion kind of laughs again. He goes, you're always the one to fight, aren't you? Well, if you want to take them to trial, you could take them to trial yourself. And the male lion goes, are you sure about that? I mean, they look pretty wounded as is. I don't think this trial will be very fair. And
Wes looks around and goes, do you guys have kangaroo courts here? No? Never mind. You have kangaroo people? Kangaroo people courts? No?
No. He kind of looks the old everybody in this room. You see, sorry, I should have painted this. This room is a very large, wide room. It was built on this. Think of the Mayan temples. That's what you walked up to, and then there's this big hall, and you see about 4 guards lining up on the wall next to this big throne.
Wes wants laughs. He's going for laughs. Am I getting?
Everybody just kind of looks at you and kind of does the little cat head tilt thing.
Everybody in the room.
Gretta does it too.
It's too adorable. Have you? Kangaroo courts. Do you not know what a kangaroo court is, O'Neill?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Good.
But they have no reason to know what that is. They kind of tilt their heads a little bit, and then the old man shakes and says,
"I goes, I thought you guys were connected to Australia."
He goes, "A very, very long time ago." He kind of shakes his head and goes, "We could put them through trial. Doesn't seem quite right, seeming that they have obviously taken some damage." But he kind of looks at you he looks at you and Greta and goes, "Are you willing to prove that you are who you say you are?"
That depends what you mean by proof.
He says, "Well, we like to do things the old-fashioned way here. A little trial by fire, as long as you don't do anything a little bit too." Damn it! You beat me to it.
Wes immediately is like, "How would this prove? How? I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but how the fuck is that supposed to prove that we're not Outlanders? Like, how is us fighting something supposed to prove that we're
Outlanders? Use very strange ways that aren't from Phaeton or Gaia, and if you don't show any examples of that during your..."
You guys don't have like a Myers-Briggs, like a
who?
Or maybe like the eye thing from Blade Runner. You guys don't have that.
The female lion kind of slams you in the back of the head with a crossbow to get you, not to do any damage, but just to like get me to shut up. And she goes, I'd happily take this one to trial." And the old lion kind of looks at you and goes, "Well, what do you say? Trial?" Greta kind of looks at you.
What happens if we say no?
"Well, we'll probably put you in prison for a little bit, and then if we get bored, eat you. But we really wouldn't want to do that. We try not to eat, human folk." But
what is the this is just like a general D&D question.
Yeah.
Is it cannibalism if like a human eats an elf?
Depends. In some circles, let's say this, a barbarian tribe eat whatever they want.
No brain prions.
No brain. Obviously,
any species that can interbreed, because you can have half elves.
Yes,
they're close enough.
It's usually cannibalism if you eat another humanoid. If you are humanoid.
Oh, good.
But
eating anything sentient is really upsetting.
Well, generally.
Yeah.
But there are people who can speak to animals, so everything's kind of sentient to them.
Well, I mean,
plants.
Whatever.
But he kind of looks at you expectantly.
It doesn't seem like you're giving us much of an option, so...
Not really.
Bring it on?
He kind of laughs and says, "All right. Perfect."
Wes looks at Greta, too. He's like...
You guys are kind of shepherded into a cell, and he says, as you're being shepherded away, he says, "This trial will probably push you to your limits, so I guess be prepared." All right.
Oh, I like that.
Short rest?
Yeah, short rest. You are put in a cell, and you get a short rest.